Martin, how much should a brand spend on paid social media?
That's really dependent on the brand and the goal. A lot of brands just want to do social media because everyone's doing it. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. Really, you want to know how much your click-through rates and your conversion rates from your website are, and if they're optimized first before you look at how much you want to spend in order to achieve a goal. If you're trying to sell 1,000 t-shirts, without knowing what your click-through rates and your conversion rates are, you're not going to know how much you need to spend in order to do that.
You mentioned goals. What are the normal goals most retailers will use paid for social for?
Well, that really depends on what they want to do. So, like I said, you might have 1,000 t-shirts sitting in the warehouse that you need to get rid of. You might want to do a paid social campaign to get those out. You might want to increase your following, just run a branding campaign in that respect. There's various different goals that you potentially could have, but really you want to consider how much you're putting into it and what success looks like. The Facebook pixel is a little bit of code you can put on your website, which will allow you to target people that have been through your website, through their Facebook accounts, which is really powerful because they're interested in your brand. They might not follow you, but they're interested in your brand. They've been to your website, but they might not have followed you on Facebook or Instagram. So you could do campaigns targeted specifically at people that had been on your website in the last 2 weeks, for instance. And you'll get much higher response from that generally than you would from just a blanket campaign to lots of different people.
And should the person in charge of paid for social also be aware of margins, profit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're looking at your return on investment and you are spending £1,000 on social, you need to know how much you need to sell in order to make that £1,000 back. So you need to be able to calculate your ROI based on your profit rather than just how much money you're bringing in terms of turnover.